hanging out here in the hammock listening to the birds singing around us in the backyard. It's great to have her here. Can you see that little dot in the middle of the lawn? Oh, there it goes behind the garden. It's a robin. Robin is a sign of spring. It is a nice warm day and I'm laying here in my hammock doing a little bit of reading. Did you know that Chris wrote a book? Yep. The Obelisk it's called. Look at how big it is. There's so many words. And I thought because it's so nice, I'd come and lay down in my hammock and do some reading. And I was listening to the birds, and when I looked up, there was that robin. Oh, here he comes again. Remember, robins love the rain because that's when the worms come out and they love to eat them. Let's sing it right now while we watch this robin. Robin in the rain, what a saucy fellow. Robin in the rain, mind your socks of yellow. Running through the garden on your nimble feet, digging for your dinner with your long, strong beak. Robin in the rain, you don't mind the weather. Showers always make you gay. But the worms are wishing you would stay at home. Robin, on a rainy day, don't get your feet wet. Robin, on a rainy day. I can hear lots of birds back here right now. After we saw the robin on our walk, we got out this bird call book when we got back to school. Let's read it now. I hear so many birds in the backyard. This is great. Bird Calls by Frank Gallo, illustrated by Lori Lostoter. Okay, can you figure out who this one is from the clues? I show up in the spring with my reddish breast and like to pull worms from the ground. What bird am I? We know this one. The robin. Let's see if we can hear it. Green tab, green button is the robin sound. I wonder if the birds that are listening out here know what that means. Oh, leave that open. After the snow is gone in early spring, you might see a bird with a red breast running or hopping on the lawn or in your garden. Now watch, and if it tilts its head, get ready. The robin is looking for worms in the ground. When it sees one, it will dart forward, grab the worm, and wrestle it from the ground. After it catches the worm, it will be gone in a big gulp. Robins sing in the evening, but the morning is the best time to hear their song. Cheer up, cheerily, cheerily, cheer up. It makes you want to sing along. The robin's nest may be in a bush or a tree. The nest is lined with mud and may have 3 or 4 beautiful sky blue eggs inside. When each baby robin is old enough to leave the nest, it will have a spotted breast. As it grows older, it will grow new breast feathers of robin's red. I'm going to look and see if I can find some pictures from when a robin made a nest at a house where I lived and can share those pictures with you. Goodbye, robin. I look like a stone hidden on the ground and can fool you to keep my babies safe. What bird am I? Gold tab, gold button. Oh. It's a killdeer. Hello, Paisley. You like the birds too? Mm-hmm. A mother killdeer sits very still on the eggs of her nest, trying not to be seen. She looks just like a stone, camouflaging in with the ground. If you come too close, the stone might run away. My feathers have stripes, and I hunt at night as I silently fly through the woods. What bird am I? It's an owl. Purple tab, purple button. Let's listen. A barred owl sits in an apple tree waiting for night. The owl's big brown eyes can see very well in the dark. Big eyes help an owl search for good things to eat. Big eyes also keep it from bumping into things in the dark. But the owl's eyes are so big, they cannot move. The owl has to turn its whole head around to see. The owl. Do you speak owl, Paisley? I like to dance and kick in the leaves and add soft hair to my nest. What bird am I? It's the eastern towhee. Orange, orange. Have you ever thought you heard someone outside your window singing, "Drink your tea"? Look outside when you hear it, and you may be surprised to see a little black, white, and orange bird called an eastern towhee. Towhee might seem like an odd name for a bird until you hear its towhee call. Towhees dance among the leaves, sometimes kicking them high into the air with both feet to find bugs and seeds hidden underneath. I wear bright feathers of cheery red and like to sing a cheery song. What bird am I? Can you think of a red bird? Oh, the cardinal. When you walk through the snow in winter, watch for colorful birds at the edge of fields or along the roadsides. You might see a bright red cardinal sitting in a snow-covered tree or bush. If you're lucky, you might also see a number of cardinals gathered in small flocks. We certainly see cardinals at our school sometimes in the winter, that's for sure. Here's another one you might know. This one likes to eat sunflower seeds. That's an extra clue. I'm friendly, curious, and rather small, and I wear a black cap on my head. What bird am I? There it is, the chickadee. Even though chickadees are sweet little birds, they are brave enough to try to chase a hawk away from their nests. In winter, chickadees group together to search for food with other birds. Chickadees hunt for insects and love sunflowers and other seeds. At one of my old houses, the chickadees were so friendly they would even come and land on our hands to get sunflower seeds out of our hands. That was a special time. Here's my favorite springtime bird. A lot of people like robins, but I like this one. I haven't seen one yet this year, and I'm looking forward to it. I live in marshes and show red patches on my shoulders when I fly. What bird am I? It's the red-winged blackbird. I love his song. Listen close. So great. Before the last icicles melt, you can hear red-winged blackbirds singing in the spring. The males flash their red and yellow shoulder patches to show the females. Other males seem to fear the sight and stay in their own areas of the marsh. And here's the last bird in our book. I'm plump and round and live on the ground in fields and farms and meadows. What kind of bird am I? Here's the little bobwhite. Listen to her call. Bob White. Bob White. Who's calling Bob White from that bushy field? It's a plump little bird called a northern bobwhite. Bobwhites are quails that live on the ground and are well hidden by their markings. If you startle them, they will fly quickly and up and away. Thanks for reading bird books with me on this nice day. Seeing that robin on the ground reminded me of the last walk we took together before school ended. We walked along the creek and saw the ducks and the geese, and on that walk we saw our first robin of the year. That was a good sign to us that spring was coming. When we went on that walk, there was still snow on the ground, but we knew with that robin singing and chirping and hopping on the ground that soon the days would get warmer and warmer, and the snow would start to melt, and that water would sink into the ground, and the plants would start waking up and growing. And look, just a few weeks later, here we are. The grass is green. Things are growing, the snow is gone. There are even little buds on the trees. Here is the lilac bush that's beside my hammock. And maybe you can see that there are little buds on the trees that are starting to open up. That's exciting. It means there'll be leaves and maybe flowers soon too on my lilac bush. Look here. We can see the old dead buds from last year that are brown and crumbly. But right beside on the new growth are the new buds that will turn into leaves. They're green. Exciting times. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me and Paisley today in the warm sunshine. It's so nice that it's spring now. Bye-bye.